So, hello everyone. Today I'm going to go to my go-to game, and I guess every gamer during their career as a gamer will discover their go-to game. That's the game that will always spark joy when we play it. And in my case, this is Runebound 2nd edition. There is no discussion around this. I believe it's probably the best game Fantasy Flight Games ever put out. And 2019 marks the year when I managed to get every single extant expansion. So my collection is now complete. And today we're going to play Mist of Zanagra, or Mists of Zanaga, I should say. This is going to be a blind playthrough. And of course, I've got everything that I usually use. I've got my threat track. I have, of course, downloaded the Cities of Adventure expansion for Mist of Zanaga. So basically how this works is whenever you go into a particular city, you then have to roll a movement die to see what is going to happen to you there. Now, the game plays slightly differently. It has certain similarities to the Frozen Wastes. You have particular types of gear that you can use to manipulate gameplay, but it has something that is completely new. It comes with 10, I believe, if you like, ancient gods, and these ones are awakened by a ritual, and whenever you defeat a challenge, you get a ritual token which you need to place on one of those rituals which are up here. And once a ritual is completed, something happens. And once the first 3 are completed, the decision is made who is going to be your your enemy. So the final enemy, the boss monster that you're going to face. In addition, whenever you don't manage to complete a challenge, you end up with this challenge turning into a roaming monster. There can only ever be 3. Each of the challenges, I'm just going to draw one from the yellow deck, has a terrain symbol, and this is where you would encounter this. So whenever you end your turn outside in the wilderness, and you do not encounter an encounter marker, you will face a roaming monster, and you have to defeat them. Or if you, for example, encounter an encounter token and you don't manage to pass the test, then it'll be added to the roaming monster deck, or track, I should say. And also, in addition to all of this, you don't get any encounters for this. So you don't get any experience, I should say. Okay, so we have 3 rituals, and one of them actually is while this ritual is in play ritual. So, Rite of the Blazing Sun. The sun rises and sets in accordance with the ancient pact made with the moon at the dawn of time, dividing each day into a day and night. But while the buzzing of the cicadas and the burning of the ceremony fires fills the air, the sun over Zanaga rises and does not set. Its heat blazes down on any who dare to go abroad, beating them down into the earth. And it says here, while this ritual is in play, when heroes roll 3 or more dice for their movement, they must take 1 fatigue. Heroes may choose to roll fewer movement dice during their movement step if they wish. Of course, why? Because the sun's blazing down, and of course it's going to be very tiresome to keep roaming the landscape. Now we're playing with Spirit Seeker Elga. She has 4 health, 3 fatigue. After we make a successful magic attack, we may discard one wound from our hero or ally, and her skills are Law +4, Resist +2. She has 3 for ranged, 1 for melee, and 4 for magic combat. And we're starting here, so basically I chose that randomly. We've got the stack filled. I use the threat track, which means that whenever the threat track moves one further, we have to check if the offering changes. So since we don't want to take any fatigue just now, what we're going to do is we are going to roll only 2 movement dice. And we roll a river and a wood and a road. So I'll now have to check how they correspond. Okay, the road would take us here, but we have nothing else, and we would like to go to one of those challenges. So what we're going to do is we're just going to use one, because we can always move one. So we're going to encounter the green challenge, and when we do this, we draw the challenge card, and we also draw a ritual token, which we place on this challenge card. We're going to put it here to the side, and we will see if we can actually make it. It's a tainted monkey. Even apparently innocuous creatures become deadly when afflicted by the taint of Tarache. Before combat, test climb. If you succeed, you automatically defeat the tainted monkey. So climb as well. We're very bad at that. So we're going to see this. And on a 7, no, we don't. But nothing happens. So essentially, we can just. So we will defend in. I just have to check the rules here. Oh, sorry, you actually rolled 2d10. Okay, so we'll do this again. That's 10, that's still, it's 11, so we managed to defeat this, which is good. So this card doesn't get added to the stack, so we don't have a roaming monster. We do get the green counter, and we also have a moon symbol. So now we have to check if any of our rituals have a moon symbol. They don't. If this is the case, then we draw one more card from the aha. So yes, there is the rite of the new moon, and we place this moon symbol on it. And that's the end of our turn. Now we end our turn in a non-city space. If none of the challenges, and they don't, on the roaming monster track match the hero's space, he must draw one card from the current adventure deck and add the challenge to the roaming monster track. So as you can see, you can't really escape the monster track. So we draw one monster, and it would be plague flies, and then we have to draw a token, and we put it on it. So that's the end of the turn. So now let's see where we are at with regard to our oh, and actually we got money, didn't we? How much money did we get? 1 gold. Well, and we rolled a 7 and 8, so the track does not proceed. I've set it to 18. I mean, this is the easiest, or one of the easiest settings you can choose, but you know, I do want to enjoy the game. I mean, this is my go-to game when I really want to just roam around and, you know, have some kind of role-playing experience as much as you can get one without actually role-playing. And that's why I want to, you know, I don't really feel like I want to overdo it and make it too difficult. So I'm going to roll 2 dice. Okay, so we've got plenty of symbols. Let's see what they stand for. Okay, we've got hills, we've got plains, and we've got a road. But we still don't have forests. Oh, no, it's not enough. So what we're going to do is we're going to move 1 road and 1 plains, and we're going to stay here. There is nothing we can encounter, so we draw a card. Ravenous Dead. And we place a token on it. That's the end of our turn. 15, 16, 17 still. So it's us again, and this time around we're just going to move, and we're going to move to this one here, and we're going to draw a challenge card. We're going to place it over here. And it's a Devil Wasp Hive melee. Your hero and all of your allies must take 1 fatigue at the beginning of each melee phase. Reward. Receive 3 gold if there are 6 or more cards in the green adventure deck. Shuffle Devil Wasp Hive back into it. Okay, so that would definitely happen. Okay, so melee, we're going to defend. And with a 23 we do. Sorry, that was ranged. In melee, we're also going to defend. Whoops. And with a 6, we take 1 fatigue, and we also lose 1. And next up, we're going to try and attack in the magic phase. And we rolled an 8, 12. That's not enough. So we have another round. And in a 6, 9, we don't defend. Oh my god, this is going to be terrible. Now we take a fatigue. And we don't defend, so we're down to 1 heart. So now we'll see if we can make this. If not, we're actually knocked out. And on a 10, 14, we just about do it. So this one is dead. We get the token, which is a sun, which we place on the right of the blazing sun. This one we get 3 gold. 1. Okay, so that's. Oh yeah, since we managed a successful attack with our magic powers, we get to gain 1 life back. That's a special ability. God, I need more money. I mean, different coinage. So we have 7 now. Okay, so we should have 8. We should have 7. Don't I have 5s? Oh, yeah, here we are. So we've got 7 gold now. And we get the adventure counter. This one gets shuffled in because we have more than 6 cards in the green stack. We also now don't have to do anything because we encountered this thing. So it's the end of this round. 6, okay, nothing happens. So now I'm going to go 1, 2. And since I roll less movement dice, I can actually regain some fatigue, I think. Let's just check the basic rules. Oh, for each movement, for each die you choose not to roll, you may immediately discard 1 exhaustion counter. So, just going to go back up to 3 then. Okay, so here we are. Now, we need to check. There are no encounters for us, so we have to draw one. And it's a slug herder, which is also not where we are. And we just put this down. Okay, I saw which one that was. So I'm just going to draw one blind and put it in there. Okay. 15, okay, so the terror track moves. So now we have to check anything below a 3. So this one we have to check if it stays, and it doesn't. Gets replaced. This one doesn't. Okay. Okay, so now we are going to roll 2 dice again. And we got a road and a nothing. So now we're in the ziggurat. And let's see what the City of Adventure tells us to do. So first we're going to have the market step. And in this town, we get to draw, and I say we get to draw 2 cards. Oh wow, and they're very expensive. So yeah, we don't have enough. Warrior Fury. Activate before rolling to gain a +2 bonus to your hero's roll, melee combat roll. Also, instead of rolling your next roll this combat, you can choose to keep this phase's dice roll. That's actually quite a powerful rune. We are going to buy this because our melee is only 1, so we would get +3, plus, if we really like our roll, because this is just combat, it doesn't mean that you have to use it as your attack, it just means it's your combat roll. And if we really like our roll, we can transfer it to the magic phase, which is where we would attack. So we're going to pay 5 for this. And then let's see with regard to and we're going to heal. We're going to spend 2 to get our full health back. And then we're going to do a... Oops. roll and we get to make a decision what we would like to do, because we are in the ziggurat. Greenhaven, Herman Gott, it's probably right at the end. Okay, so we can make a decision what we would like. Oh. Okay, sorry, I should have done this differently. So this is going to go back. We're at 2 health and we have 7 gold. The following things happen to us. Road. Blood money. Your hero may spend blood as money when shopping in the market. Each life point that your hero chooses to take is worth 3 gold when shopping this turn. Plains, special price. You're not so much hiring allies as buying captives from the Gorilla King. As such, all prices are based on weight. All allies cost 3 gold. And we have hills, Ziggurat Mysteries. This ancient city was built long ago during the height of the Lizardman Empire. Pass a lore test, 18, to add or remove 1 ritual token from any ritual card on the ritual track. Actually, I don't want to do this. This is a May, but I am going to check out what we've got for sale, because an ally would be nice. And here we've got Jirta the Fierce, ranged and melee. And we're going to buy her because she's now only 3 gold, which is super. And we're going to spend 1 heart to get 3, so that's going to be Jirta the Fierce, which we're going to buy for this. And then we're going to spend 5 to get our rune. And then we're going to spend 2 to heal 2. And we are good to go. So that's the end of our turn. And we're going to roll and see. We're not advancing the track yet. Okay, so we still can only roll 2 movement dice, which we're going to do. And we have a road and a forest. So we're going to encounter this challenge. Frogs of Murkra. Murkra, the Spawn Lord's status as primal god, is hotly disputed by holy men of many races. Some hold these frogs up as evidence of Murkra's divinity, others suggest they are merely tainted by Tarache. Okay, there's nothing special about them. We receive 1 gold and 1 survival gear. Okay, so we are going to defend. We don't have to defend because they don't do anything in range. Jirta is going to try and attack them in melee. And she rolls a 16, 20. Yeah, that's easily done. And she does 3 damage, so they're dead. So first of all, we get a moon token, which we place. This one goes away. We get 1 gear. So we're going to put the gear into this box. And we draw randomly, and we draw a Shaman Bones. Discard to redraw an adventure card or a ritual token. We get the counter and we get 1 gold. And then we move on, we roll 2 dice. And we roll a forest and a plains. So we have a road, and for this we need plains. So we're going to discard the dead man's compass to change this movement die. So we go here and we encounter this challenge card. Oops. I just love this game. It's just so peaceful as well. Okay, so we get Machim Farseeker. Some young Machim are seized by wanderlust and leave their clans. Most are never seen again, so these guys have 4 hands. If Machim Farseeker is on the roaming monster track, which he isn't, its terrain symbol automatically matches your space. Okay, receive 2 gold. If you defeat Machim Farseeker as a roaming monster, receive 1 experience point. So he's different in that way because usually you don't get anything. Okay, so first of all, we are going to try and defend in ranged. And with an 18 we do. Next up is Jirta. And she does a 13, 19, and that does 3 points of damage, so Machim is dead. We get 2 gold. We get the experience counter. And we get and it's a skull symbol. And that's the end of our turn. 11, 13, 14, nothing happens. So when you set the threat track to 18, it's going to be a long game. So then we're going to yeah, we really don't have any money. To do anything significant, so we're just going to roll. And we have a forest. Yeah, we're just going to go here, forest, and then we don't have anything on the roaming monster track that meets this, so we're just going to draw one. And it is a Barghest. Okay. 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so we roll again. Oh, actually, we didn't have a forest at all. So I guess we moved here. Yeah, that does make a difference. So we're going to go here, and we're going to try and encounter. We're just going to try and go for yellow. What could possibly go wrong? Mistvine Thicket. Mistvine grows only when the mist is on the ground, but it grows so quickly that it is hazardous to travelers. Even if they do not manage to evade the grasping tendrils, the rapidly regrowing thickets make navigation difficult. You may skip the escape phase if you have any armor items. You must skip okay, we don't, but we're not gonna try and evade anyway. So reward, receive 4 gold. Ranged 12. Let's see what we can do. And with a 14, 17, we don't actually take any damage. So next up is Yirta. She's going to attack in melee. And she rolls an 18, 24. She does 2 damage. So we're just going to have to remember 2 on this one. Let's see if I've got any cards that I can use. 1, 2. And then we will try to attack in the magic phase, and we rolled a 20, so yes, this one is dead, and we also get to heal 1. So first of all, we receive 4 gold, which is nice. We also get an adventure counter, which is also nice. This one goes away. What happened to the counter that I got? Here it is. Okay, it's a skull. Goes up there. Got the adventure counter. We got 4 gold. Okay, so this one goes away. And now we can think about leveling up. Now, when I level up, what that means is all of the green challenges will go away. So I don't want to do this just now. So, 2, okay, that's fine. We don't have anything that happens to us. And then we're going to just move here and we're going to try this green challenge. Saber Cat Riders. Formerly members of the Order of the Griffin, this group of elves went rogue and vanished into the jungle. Now it's an open question as to who is more savage, the elves or their saber cats. Reward. You may either receive 3 gold or take this card as a saber cat mount. During your movement step, you may activate this card to move to an adjacent road or plain space. It's interesting. Okay, so we're going to defend in ranged. And with a 10-13, we do it. Next up is Jirta. And with a, easily she just kills them. Do we want gold or do we want a mount? First of all, we place this, so that's... okay, so let's see. No, we're actually going to put this one, because this one is a joker, we're going to put it here. Do we want money or do we want the possibility of moving to an adjacent space, plains or road? You know what? We're actually going to use this as a mount. Yeah. Because it may help, because at the moment we're only able to roll 2 dice and it's actually quite nice to be able to do this. Because in essence it gives us 1 additional movement. So now what we're going to do is we're going to roll 2 movement dice. And that's actually quite nice because here we have plains, we have road, and then we're going to activate this guy to go here. Tainted Wild Dog. Our best theory is that the dogs were brought to Zanagra by a prior expedition from Terenov, where they promptly went feral when the expedition was wiped out or vanished. Zanagra has changed them, and not for the better. The log of the Tybalt expedition. Okay, we defend in ranged, and with a 4 we don't, so we take 1 wound. Then Jirta is going to try and wipe them out, and with a 8-14 she does, so he's dead. So we get a sun, which we place here. So, and we get 2 gold. Okay, so now the first, and we get the experience counter. Now the first of our rituals has triggered because we placed the third sun symbol. So what we can now do, so first of all, this one is now part and parcel of the ancient one that is going to awaken, or the evil one. So the top one will be a sun symbol for this guy. So we're going to take this and put it over here to remind us that this is one that will work. Now we also do not have the issue anymore that we have to only roll 3 dice, because this has now been removed. So let's see. Okay, so now we don't draw from the green ritual deck anymore because we've already defeated a yellow challenge, so this one goes away. So now I'm going to level up. And this means I put these beads back. And I'm going to get myself a +2 on rain on magic. It also means I cannot complete any more green challenges, so they all go away. Then we check. It's 2, 6. No. Okay, so that's the end of this turn. Next up, we're just going to move here to Xilotl. We're going to draw 1, 2 cards. And then we're going to check out what Xilotl actually does to us. Can't be good. Seems to have forgotten about this one. Oh, here we are. Okay, so let's see. We're going to roll a movement die. And we rolled water and road. Underground tunnels. You may move 4 movement spaces in any direction next turn rather than rolling movement dice. That's not too bad. And we also have the water, which means high prices. All items but not allies in the market stack cost an additional 2. Okay, so let's see what is in the market stack. We have Brother Fracas. He is any phase, Claude Chameleon. Once per combat round, this ally may take one fatigue after rolling combat dice to gain a +4 bonus to the roll or to inflict +2 on a successful roll. This ally may never heal. Okay, so she could be doing Claude Chameleon for 9. Well, we can't afford him anyway. Mirror of Shael. Okay. Brother Fracas. If Brother Fracas succeeds in a melee attack, he may take 1 fatigue to immediately make another melee attack. Yeah, his melee sucks compared to Jirta, so we're not going to buy anything this round. But we are going to take the possibility of just basically doing 4 movement next time. And we're going to move... What are you? Blue. We're going to move here. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to encounter this yellow challenge. Mistvine Thicket again. Oh, I should have actually put this away. Yeah, we already did this one. So here we are. Bogclaw netters. Even the Machim and the Singbada consider the bogclaws little more than animals. The bogclaws, perhaps understandably, resent this view. Your hero and allies may not use any before combat abilities. We don't have any. Okay, so first of all, we're going to try and resist. And with a 14, we don't take anything in range. Next up is our friend Jirta. And she rolls at 14, so 20, so yeah, they're dead. Oh, we receive 2 and 2 experience points, so we get 2 counters. That's interesting. I'm not sure why, but I find that a bit overkill, but okay. And this one goes away. It's a skull, so the next ritual triggers, and we also get 2 gold. So, now. Rite of Pain. The primal gods are passionate beings, and it is to extremes of emotion. And it is to extremes of emotion that they best respond. Extreme pain is one way to call out the primal gods. Well, yeah, I guess. And the Machim make extensive use of this self-mutilation and self-deprivation when necessary. However, it's much easier to use an unwilling captive. It makes the pain that much more real. When this ritual is completed, the hero with the most allies must inflict 1 wound on each of his allies. If 2 or more... Okay, in that case, we're just going to inflict 1 wound on Jirta, which is actually not too bad because she gets she has 5 wounds that she can take anyway. And she gets a +2 when she actually... Okay, so we've got 4, 5. Okay, we're not going to do anything else. We're not going to level up just yet. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, just about. Okay, so now we're going to move. And we roll 5 dice. Okay, so we've got 2 planes. 1, 2. Then we can activate our saber cats to go 1 more. Oh no, we actually don't even have to. We're going to use this to go to the river. We're going to use this to go to the river, and we can go here. Fantastic. Lurking Croxigore. Well, it's kind of like an alligator. And we draw a sun. Okay. Okay, we would have a sun and a... We have a sun, 2 suns, and a... That would be Gore the Savage. Or we could have Sun, Skull, Moon. Sun, Skull, Moon, which would be Harridan the Stalker. Yes, I think I'm going to try for this one, because she has 1 life less. So we're going to discard the Shaman Bones to redraw this, and we get... Aha. Okay. Before combat, if Lurking Croxigore is encountered on a river space, which it is, we cannot use any before combat abilities, which we don't want to do anyway. So receive 2 gold and 1 experience point. I don't get it. Okay. whatever. Okay, so first of all, we're going to try and resist in ranged, and we don't. Then Jirta is going to try and kill them, and she rolls a 13, 19, which is enough, and she inflicts 4 points of damage, which is just enough to kill them. So we get this. And we get 2 gold. Like so. And now we are going to get this and place it here, which triggers the next one. Rites of the New Moon. The new moon is the blackest night, with only the barest sliver of moon and the twinkle of the stars to shed lights on the valley. On nights such as this, it sometimes seems as if the mist that settles its chill blanket across the valley is gleaming in the darkness. When this ritual is completed, the active hero must draw and place an additional ritual token on each challenge on the roaming monster track. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now we get to, for better or worse, claim our ancient one that we have to fight. And that is Haridan the Stalker. She's a harpy. Roll 1 die at the beginning of each round of combat. Okay, so I'll have to find out how this now works. So this is what it's like to fight her. Now let's see. Primal Gods. Primal Gods have 2 sides featuring information used at various stages during the game. The life, mind, body, spirit, blah, when heroes confront. Special ability. This text describes blah. 4. More effects. Omen side. During the course of the game, the first 3 ritual cards that are completed. The confrontation side of each primal god shows after the 3rd ritual card, blah. Omen side up. Ritual cards that feature the same symbol as the primal god's omen effects are considered a match. Once the primal god has been awakened, any completed ritual cards that match an omen effect symbol activate that special ability. Woohoo! So she has the following special abilities. Sun. All heroes take 1 wound, then add a challenge to the roaming monsters track. Moon. All allies take 1 wound, then add a challenge to the roaming monsters track. Skull. All heroes and allies take 1 wound, then, okay, well, she's a stalker, all right. Okay, cool. Yay. So now we're going to do some serious leveling up. 2, 5. And we're going to get a +4 on our magic. Then we have to roll for 12. Yeah, that's enough. 14, 16. Yeah. So threat tracks. Now we have to check. We are at 3 at yellow. So anything that is below 6 may get replaced on a 6 or higher. So this one goes away. This one doesn't go away. This one goes away. This one goes away. Yeah. Yeah. This one doesn't get checked. This one does get checked and it goes away. And this one also gets checked and it goes away. Okay, so these are now basically, how this works is, the idea is that by refreshing them or by checking if they are still there, you actually then pretend that other people have been playing against you, because they might go to a marketplace and try and buy stuff. Okay, so that's the end of our round. So let's see. Okay, Now this is all terrible, actually. This is a really terrible situation that we're in. And we have plenty of money, so maybe we should start thinking about buying stuff. Maybe somebody, well, we could put him up. Okay, so we're here. We could go over here. We'll try and go there and get the clawed chameleon. Or do we have anybody who's really good at melee, at ranged? No. Okay. Okay, let's see. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away. So we could use this one to go in here. Yeah. Plains, road, road, road. Here we are. Okay. So, whoops. So now let's see what we get. Whoops. Oh yeah, we leveled up, so all of the yellows go away. So we can now only face blue challenges. We got a river and a forest. And we are again in Chilotl. River, high prices, all items except allies cost +2, and forest is dream wine. The Naga brew a wine that allows one of strong heart a small glimpse of the future. Pass a resist test. If you succeed, you may add your or remove one. Okay. Yeah, we don't have this, so it doesn't work. Okay, so basically we're going to buy the clawed chameleon for 9, and then we're going to heal 1, 2, and her, which is 3. So that's it. So the clawed chameleon can then try and do stuff during the... Okay, so next up is we can only now do blue challenges. So we're going to roll 5 dice. No, we have to check where we're at with regard to the track. 15, 16, oh, almost. Yes. Okay, let's see. We've got a forest here, we've got a swamp here, and we've got a plain symbol here. We can go to this blue challenge. And let's see what we see. Lizardman Ambusher. The taint has afflicted the lizardmen to varying degrees. The most dangerous retain their intellect, fused to a desperate hunger to kill. Your hero and allies may not attack during the first combat round. Your hero may only defend. Okay. But does it mean that, okay. Okay, so we're going to defend in ranged. And with a 12 we don't, so we take 3 wounds. Then we're going to roll Warrior Fury. We may be dead. 10, 11, 13. So we're dead. Okay. Wow. That was tough. Okay, so this one becomes part of the roaming monster track. This one goes away. Whoa. Okay, so basically what happens is we get transferred to the nearest town. We lose all our money, but that's all that happens. And we get fully healed. So, but we also add 3 to the threat track. 9, 10, 11. Okay, so we're good. And then we don't get any market step, so we add 1 more. And that triggers the track to move forward. Okay, so, no, yes, yes, nope, yes, number one, yep, not yet, nope, nope, okay. Okay, so now that was bracing. Okay, so we'll try this again. That guy was dangerous. Okay, we'll try this again. Plains and swamp. We'll just keep moving then. Road, 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 road. Okay, so let's see if we encounter a roaming monster. Yes, we do. It's the lizardman ambusher again. Okay, we're going to use the lockjaw trap to automatically escape this guy. Yeah, because there is no point really. Yeah, okay, so we're going to roll again. And we have a swamp, we have no forest. Okay, so that won't work. But we could use this swamp, and then we have 1, 2, so we're going to go here. Witch Doctor. The humans of Zanagra do not appear to have originated here, but most have adopted the worship of the primal gods all the same. Allies may not attack unless their, oh god, their psychology thing is more than 6. Receive 5 and 2 shaman bone tokens. That's nice. God. Oh my god, this is really, really bad. So, 3. 13, 16, so we don't take any damage. We're going to use the Warrior's Fury. (15) 16, that's enough, and we're going to keep this roll to do 2 damage to this guy. (9, 12, so we take 2 damage. (15, 16, we don't take any damage. Now we're going to try and finish him off. With a 4, with an 8, with a 10, that's not going to work. So that didn't work. So next round. Okay, well, we're dead again. Now these guys are really, really tough. 2, 4, 6. My word. Okay. So we get sent to the nearest town. We're not doing so well. And the threat track moves 1. Okay. No. Yes. Nope. Yes. No. These two don't. This one does. No. No. Yep. And yep. Okay. So, we are not doing well. Okay. Okay. Can't say that this is going swimmingly. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3. We're going to stand here. And we're going to encounter the lizardman ambusher. Okay. 16, yes, we did actually defend against his. And we're going to use Warrior Fury. 16, that's fine as well. And then we're going to keep this roll for the next round because, you know, that's fine. So that was actually lucky. So now we're going to attack with the Clawed Chameleon. And he doesn't manage to do anything. So he takes 3 wounds. 1, 2, 3. Next there is Jirta. And with a 16, she basically does 3 damage. And now we are up. And we do 6, 14. So we do 2 more damage. So he's now dead. So we don't get any point for this. And we have to draw a blue. And this one doesn't work. So next up is, this one doesn't work either. Here we are. Heroes receive 1 experience point when they defeat a roaming monster. Okay. But we get 5 gold. Okay. And this one goes away. And I believe we should go shopping now. What do we have here in this city? Do we have anything that is relevant? Before combat, discard to make a ranged attack. If your hero succeeds, inflict 3. What do we have in the Ziggurat? Sphere of Protection would be interesting. Okay, I think this one would be one that we would like. Unfortunately, it's over here. So this is going to be a long journey. Let's get cracking. Okay, we could go 1, 2, 3. Or we could go 1, 2, 3. And then use Activate our Saber Cat to go 1 more. Is there anything that roams the roads? No, there isn't. Which means we're just going to draw one from the current challenge deck. And it is a Machim War Party. Okay, going to try this again, and we are trying to go over here. Okay, so we need plains. No, we need hills. So this is a hill, this is a hill, this is a river. And this is our wild card. So this is where we end up on a river space. We don't have anything that we can encounter on a river, so this card goes away. Everything gets shuffled down one space, and then we're going to add one at the top, and we're going to give it a marker. Okay, one more, and that's a 4. Nothing happens. Okay, goody. Yeah, I have to say that this one is really challenging. I mean, seriously, I'm actually really well equipped. I've got 2 allies that are really strong. Well, the Clawed Chameleon not so much maybe, but you know. But you know, okay. So I'm gonna pause here, but you know, as you can see, it's a great game and I'm really enjoying myself. So I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.